Welcome to a new vlog. Hope you guys are doing great. It's been a while. There's some news I have to share with you guys. I am pretty excited. I'm currently sitting in my new wheelchair. It took a while to apply for a new wheelchair and to get it all worked out, what kind of wheelchair I would get. And yeah, I now have a brand new wheelchair, and it took over a year to make it happen, to get a new one. And I don't know if people would recognize this, how much of an effort it is to get a new wheelchair, but yeah. And also, it's nice weather outside, so I'm pretty excited to film now. Gives me more energy when it's good weather outside, so yeah. When I found out I had to get a new wheelchair, initially I didn't want to have a new wheelchair because I thought my old one was fine. But the lining of my seat was basically broken because I sit about 16 hours a day in the wheelchair, and of course you are going to get some usage marks on there. So my whole old wheelchair seat was pretty beaten up from all the sitting and driving, and yeah. So I initially asked for them to make me a new seat, but then my ergotherapist told me that due to a different payment system that kicked in just a little while ago, they had to replace my whole chair. And I wasn't very happy with that at first, but yeah, now I'm pretty much getting used to my new wheelchair. It's different than the old one. I like the seating though. I like the way it drives. Took a lot of getting used to. You see, I used to be a permobile guy, and I really loved driving permobile wheelchairs. But due to the new payment system here in the Netherlands, I couldn't get a new permobile. I had to choose a different brand and a different manufacturer of wheelchair. So they showed me a couple of different options, and then I asked for a demo of a Sunrise medical wheelchair. They're the same people behind Quirky. You may or may not know this brand, which is totally fine, but yeah, it's just a lot of getting used to, and I really miss my old wheelchair, but it's okay after 6 years. I mean, you normally should do about 10 to 15 years with one, or at least that's what I'm trying to. I like it to keep my wheelchair as long as possible. So yeah. And also, there's a huge difference between operating the wheelchairs, because the permobile had all the controls into one console in the middle of my table, and the new chair has different options to control the wheelchair, because everything used in the new wheelchair is modular. So you can, let's say your screen and display breaks down, you can call your dealer or your maintenance service for your wheelchair, and they will replace the display without having to take away your wheelchair. So the display is modular, the steering joystick is modular, and all the extra buttons are modular. And the brain of the wheelchair, or the computer if you will, is not in your tabletop. It's somewhere else. I can't tell you where, because then other people would probably be annoying and cut cords or something. I don't know. Well, I like to show you my old wheelchair first. It was the Permobil C500. And yeah, I really love that chair. It helped me a lot. It got me around very good. And yeah. So without further ado, I now introduce my new wheelchair. Okay, so you just saw my new wheelchair. It's a Sunrise Medical Q700M, and the M stands for mid-wheel drive. So, as you could see in the montage, there are 6 active wheels on this wheelchair, and the 2 back wheels and the two front wheels, they are not motorized, but the mid wheels, they are motorized. And all my tires are solid, so no air, which some people may find very annoying, but I like it because normally I love to go to parties and festivals, and not all people are thinking about people with disabilities. So they just drop glass on the floor and stuff like that. Or maybe if you drive somewhere and there's like glass or nails in the street, you drive over them and then you have a flat tire with your wheelchair. And I think that on one hand, people should be more considerate of that, but on the other hand, you don't tell people what shoes to wear when they're outside. So yeah, I'm just being cautious on forehand. So I love having massive wheels, solid wheels, no air. But especially with the new wheelchair, I experience more micro vibrations because 4 out of 6 wheels are pretty small and can turn, so they have their own little axis that they can turn on. But yeah, that's the only downside of this. But I mean, I can get used to the micro vibrations. That's not a huge problem. As a kid, I once tried to let the caregivers lift me up in my patient hoist and then put the skateboard under my feet and then drive around with me with the skateboard under my feet and through my room or hallway. And yeah, the micro vibrations that I got from this new wheelchair, they remind me of that. So it's pretty fun. It's not annoying to me. I can imagine that other people wouldn't want to have the solid wheels or solid tires, massive tires with no air, because it's pretty rough, but not annoyingly rough. I mean, I can handle it. It's okay. What else? Oh yeah, as you also could see, the 6 wheels on my wheelchair, they have a special suspension system on them. Yeah, special suspension. It's called SpiderTrac 2.0, and it means that if you drive outside and you bump into a curb or a threshold, the wheels of your wheelchair will just lift up individually and drive you onto the curb or the threshold. And if you want more information on this, I post a link in the description down here. There's a video on YouTube made by Sunrise Medical themselves where they demonstrate the SpiderTrac 2.0. I think it's a very awesome system. Yeah, I love it. It just feels so different. And it's not as abrupt as the old 4-wheel non-SpiderTrac system. So yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And yeah, it was a pleasure again. I do want to say that I'm not uploading as much as would be healthy for a channel, but I figured that it should be fun to do and not something that I have to do. So I'm just uploading whenever I want to, and I know this is not very good for a YouTuber to be inconsistent with content, but you know what, I don't care. I just do this for fun, and don't forget I'm a music producer first and vlogger second, so if I have something to tell you guys I will, but yeah, this doesn't have my priority. I like it if you watch my videos. I really like it, so thanks. Hi guys, thanks for watching my video. Please like and subscribe, and if you're really into it, then hit that notification bell. Okay, see you later. Bye.